Live healthy. Live strong.
A healthy lifestyle is a way of living that combines physical, mental, and social well-being rather than just avoiding disease. It involves intentional daily habits such as balanced nutrition, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress management. You're welcome to today's edition of Health and Lifestyle on Sports Connect TV. My name is Leona. On today's episode of Sports Connect TV, we have a professional who is well seasoned in his line of work. His name is Dr. Paul Chima. You're welcome, Dr. Paul.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. So, the first question I would like to ask you is, what inspired your journey into all that you do now?
Okay. Hello, guys. I'm Dr. Paul, the best chiropractor in Africa. So, what inspired me? The need for pain-free life. Yeah, the need. Because if I will give a little background of myself, I'm a physiotherapist. That's my first degree, and then I work with an MPC. But I noticed something whenever people experience a good doctor or a good physiotherapist and they get their results, they place you in a place where you are feeling so much good about yourself, about your profession, right? So when I saw that, I understood the human nature in terms of wanting to live a pain-free life. I decided to keep doing what I'm doing, right? But not until I got frustrated in an MPC and I had to resign. So I wanted to go do masters in business admin because I wanted to have my own business. But I called a friend of mine and she advised me to go to China to go study chiropractic because since I'm still practicing, it would be better for me to, keep or go into the line of what would advance my practice. So that was the first time I heard about chiropractic, and then with the help of her, I went to China, and the rest is history.
That is very inspiring. Now, what role does chiropractic care play in the prevention of injuries for athletes?
So, first of all, chiropractic is about manipulating the spine, the human joints, and putting them in place, right? And when you think about the sportsman and injury, you think, okay, for example, if they have a dislocation, maybe they have an hamstring issue, or they have a pelvic tilt or stuff like that, maybe in the line of sport, you think it will take them 2 to 3 months post surgery or whatever it is, and then rehab. But going to China and studying chiropractic, I realized that just in 2 weeks, just in 1 week, they are back and they are even better. Yeah. And so when I realized this and I knew that I have a bigger opportunity, because Africa is a place where we don't understand that there are good doctors, there are good physiotherapists or good chiropractors, right? Or there are chiropractors. I just saw it as an opportunity and then I ran with it. So chiropractic is one of those practice that every athlete needs to get back in shape as quick and stronger, and which is what is very important. No matter your age, as long as you're still active or you're still practicing your scope of practice or your line of sport, you need to be strong, you need to be agile, you need to be calculative, you need everything that will make your human be active in terms of your sport. And chiropractic plays, when it comes to recovery, chiropractic plays at least 90 to 95% role when it comes to that.
Now, are there any case studies that you can share with us where chiropractic care helped to improve the performance and outcome of an athlete?
I have many.
Okay.
Okay. Festigallo, because he was one of those that gave me that confidence that as a upcomer in a practice, you want to play with the big boys. You want to, when you work with them, it's like a test, and then when they come back with good testimony, right?
Yeah.
You'll be like, yeah, so that means I can do this, that kind of thing. So there was one time he had he had an injury on his shoulder blade, and he couldn't play very well, but he was hiding it. You gotta forgive me, please. And then he met me, and then I worked on him. I did all my therapies, and then after that season, the next season, he came back and he was telling Didi, he was saying Didi that he should try me. I know what I'm doing. Didi was, skeptical, and he was like, last season, I had an injury I could not tell my team about, but he did something and I played very, very well. Like the injury that was supposed to take me like 2-3 months took me just his therapy. That gave me, I was like, oh, I was not feeling like a big boy, right? So, and then, what's his name? Osime, there was a time Osime had an injury too, and he couldn't play, and he was just in this new club that's Plaza Salat, and then he could not play because they told him he's going to spend another 2-3 months, and then he was just speaking with Igalo, and then Igalo asked him to come, and then I worked on him. I have that record because it happened by the day, just 2-3 days, and then after I finished, he went back and scored with the bicycle kick, and I'd be like, I mean, my guy, even Ayunko. So, so the thing is this, it was something that was supposed to take him a longer time for post and, recovery time, surgery and post-surgery. But, I was able to, and that was the thing, when I was practicing, I wanted to give people result like this. And it's not magic. It's about understanding the kinetics of people, of athletes and their anatomy, how they work, how they think, how they want to be very, very active, right? And that gave me, working with the Chinese, gave me that understanding, and coupled with the fact that I'm an African, we think so fast, right? So it gave me that upper hand, and I think I'm doing my best.
You are. You are. Okay. Now, how do you tailor your treatment plans for different sports and athletes?
So, first of all, there are different nerves in the system. There are different muscles. There are different tendons. That the same tendons and muscles that a boxer uses in practice is the same. Is not the same as a footballer, right? So the best thing, one of the things that the Chinese did was to give you 90 days of learning how the body works. They are not teaching you how to read and write. I believe you've done that. But they're teaching you the mechanisms of and the dynamics of each players, right? And each players, when I mean each player, from football to basketball to all of them, all the athletes you can think about here, they're teaching you the different muscles they use and they activate at each point. So when I'm talking to the Igalo, it's different from when I'm talking to the Anthony Joshua. It's different from when I'm talking to the what's this guy that just, many of them. So how I tailor it down is, first of all, the alignment is very important, and then find out the tendons in the muscles that are active, that needs to be activated. Because one thing we don't know as human beings is we have more than 500 and something muscles. We don't use all of them. Even some, yes, most of us don't even use most of them in our lifetime. So when you, that's why we have sore bodies. When you finish your training, you have your body is sore, you're tired, you're weak, and all that. It's because there are some muscles you've not worked on for a long time, and then you're working on them. And that brings me to what I wanted to discuss with you guys about this. This is water.
Yeah.
It's not for athletes.
It's not?
It's not.
Okay.
Yes. And that is the mistake the Africans are still doing to tomorrow. They don't know the different kind of waters to use for athletes.
So there's different kinds of water?
Yes, for athletes.
Okay.
There are waters for energy, and there are waters for recovery. This is your biggest enemy. But I will explain as time goes on in this show. But
all right, thank you.
That's it.
I'm curious to know what your specialized techniques are when it comes to your approach to patient care philosophy, and if you can also share any experience with us in regards to when you're treating a specific condition.
Okay, so for example, when you are treating someone who has pelvic tilt, the reason why I want to use pelvic tilt is because in the athlete world we call it hamstring issue, injury. Right, they can't run, they cannot move, but when it comes down to our level, that is we that are the practitioners, we call it pelvic tilt. Right. First of all, you have to manipulate. So when you manipulate, you align the athlete, and then you do deep tissue, right? So deep tissue can come from any machine or from technique, which is your hand, and then you do acupuncture, right? And then these are things that sends oxygen straight to the muscle that's injured. So, but there's something we do as mistake in this part of our own world that the whites don't do. So let me explain. It's not to say that we are not good, but because we don't have the specialized equipment for those things. So that's the reason why when anybody comes to you that they have an injury, maybe a calf injury or something like that, you just invade the person, maybe do a surgery or stuff like that. No, so sometimes you just need to use some micro techniques to tailor out what that problem is. Maybe it's blood clots, maybe it's because that is what is the stress level of each player after playing football goes from 10 to 100 because of the amount of energy activation they did. Now, if they keep drinking this water, right? It's worsening it because the number or the amount of dehydration their muscles faces makes them, they don't sleep well, they don't recover fast, and it makes them feel more pain. So imagine in a month they have like 8 to 10 matches to play, for example, right? And then after training they have to play, and then they train again, they play. But that is not how the white manage their players. They give them water, not this water, specialized water that helps them recover fast. Give them sound sleep, have a mental session with them. So you have a psychologist to speak with them. So it might, and the way they do it is not they have one-on-one. They share them in groups, right? And in that group, they have discussions about their play. What was this difficult moment? What did I do well that you like? What didn't I do well that you like? Because one thing we do in this part of our world is this: you see a Boniface and Ndidi is not speaking because Boniface plays in this and Ndidi plays this. But you see a Chukwueze and Boniface talking more. That is not supposed to be amongst players. If you watch, so I have to use this Bibles because I've worked with them and I've watched them. If you do more of team games with them aside training, what we do in Africa is more of train, come play, and give us the game. No, you must synergize the players together. So, say for example, every Monday you share them. I have to say this. I hope that this is in line with what
It's
you're
fine,
asking.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. You share them in groups, right? And you make them talk to each other. You make them reason. You make them feel like, okay, we have one goal, and the goal is to make this team become the best in this tournament or in this qualifier or whatever it is they're doing. That way, I will learn how to connect with this person without me feeling like this is not my guy. Do you understand? But in Africa, we only bring them in camp to just allow them to do their thing. No, they don't have sessions outside training, and training is not a place where you have them in 4, in 6. You have them in training is where you have them in 10, and you don't expect me to connect with this person who is not my guy. But when you bring them in 4, you help them connect with each other, and next time you share them again like that. By the time you do it in maybe 6 weeks of this thing, you see them connecting to play. And that way, they're not just playing football, they're also doing mind connection. That way, you find your players doing magic without you having to say a lot. So these are the things we don't do in Africa. And it's not to say that that's the reason why we are failing. There are other things, right? But these are things you do, and then mentally you have gotten them to play the football before they play the football. Right. So that's that. And then you give them good water. I will speak about this when time comes. You give them good water. The water they drink while they are playing It's not the water they drink while you leave once you leave the field. These are different kind of water that do different kind of things in their system.
Okay. First off, that was a lot.
Ah.
That was a lot.
Sorry, forgive me.
Don't worry, I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. We loved it.
Okay.
Okay. So now, from what I gathered with what you said, right? You mentioned that you were saying that bonding exercises would work a whole lot of magic for teens.
Yeah.
That is something I never thought I'd hear in sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we don't consider the mental health of our players. Yeah, we don't. We think what Nigeria is. Sorry, I'm talking about Nigeria also. We think what Nigeria needs is the money. They have to know that they are fighting against teams that are doing more better than them. So if I am okay, there's something when I was in China, we're talking about sports and athletes, how to get them to do their work and everything. They talked about when you have players who train 3 times a week and do mind game 3 times a week, and you have players who train 5 times a week and no mind game. Yeah, the ones who do 3 times a week will beat the ones who do 5 times a week, even though the ones who do 5 times a week is more, in quotes, technical, stronger than this other team. But guess what? Because we all know the scenario, we also saw the scenario that happened in AFCON with Osimhen and Lookman, right? It was just because the connection was just after training. It's not beyond training. If not that, I will know that if you score 5 goals and I score 6 goals, it doesn't matter. The thing is that the team is winning. Yeah. Do you understand? We see Nigeria today, we think it's only Osimhen that can do the game, that can play the game, that can score the goal. No, it's not because of Osimhen is the only person. But I'm not seeing my friend there or my teammate there. I'm seeing one guy that came from one city that wants to come and take my glory. No, it's not your glory, it's the glory of the team. And that's one thing the current commissioner wants to do for the team right now, of the current commissioner of sport and youth development wants to do for the team. He wants to make the team understand that it's a collective win. It's not the win of me, right? That way we are going to succeed more than this. So when we talk about how the team would succeed, it goes beyond let's train 5 times a week. Yeah, you can help them rest well, sleep well, and train just few and do more team game. That team game goes a long way. It speaks more, even more than the coach in the field, because there's something you did in the team game that I like that will make me want to see you succeed. And that way we know who is mentally stronger. Yeah, aside the agility training, aside the time to play training and all that would bring out the best in us in terms of technique. But if we don't have this correct in the field, if I don't see as my friend, I can't pass the ball to you. And that's how footballers think. Yeah.
That is so true and very, very beautiful. Now, I'd like to know, are you of the opinion that our national and local football teams should have an abundance of chiropractors? I'm asking this question because I'm not sure I've seen any provision for chiropractors in our football teams.
Yeah. Okay, so we should, because the effect of chiropractic and the effect of physiotherapists is different.
Okay.
Yeah. Physiotherapist helps you recover. The chiropractic helps you stand. It's 2 things. I can recover and still come in with fatigue. So I play 30 minutes and I'm tired, right? But chiropractic helps you stay 90 minutes and further down. Yeah. And the thing is, because of my scope of practice is different from a physiotherapist scope of practice. Yeah. A physiotherapist is not a doctor. I'm not talking down on them, please. Yeah, they are good in what they are doing.
Yeah.
But a chiropractor is for example, I watched the game yesterday between the Eimba Football Club, and I realized that it's not as if the players are not strong enough. They are working in their capacity. Yeah, they're working on what they know. If they know more, they will do more. right? And then how do you get those players to perform just like the European players? It's very easy. Have a chiropractor, their diet, their sleep time, their play time, everything. You must be able to have it in one box, and that way you are making magic as if you're not making magic, right? With the same player who fucked up yesterday with a good system of recovery, because every player has to recover. If a player does not recover from yesterday's injury or from yesterday's fatigue and soreness, they can't perform. Yeah, even if they come in and then they jump and they want to play, once you tap the ball, you just realize that your body is not responding. Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm also saying about this, because this is the reason why we are not performing well.
We're gonna get to that. I really want to know what you have against WhatsApp. Okay. All right. So for those starting out or looking to venture into this line of work, what advice would you give them for free?
Okay, so first of all, get the right tutor, right? So I studied in China. Some people study in US. Now we have these people in Nigeria right now. Study under them. Chiropractic is not an online study. It's a hands-on training. No, so if you go to China, you won't go and start reading Obese Boy there. You'll go there and learn how to walk. It's a handiwork. They call us mechanics. Yeah, body mechanics, because we read the body. You don't watch. You don't look at an X-ray to fix somebody as a chiropractor. Yes, you look at an X-ray, but because you are well trained, you now know what the X-ray is saying for you to know what to do. So not as if you read chiropractic or you maybe watched it online, because I realized that many of them in Nigeria right now practicing who did not travel, because there's no study of it in Nigeria right now, right? They go and read online and want to come and practice the same thing they saw online. It does not work. Yeah, but if you do the proper training, right, and then you learn, is a handy thing. Bring your hand. I have to do this on camera. Is a handy thing, right? You must learn how to. So you must learn how to lock the hand, and you must learn how to do these things with your hand. So you can't watch it and say you know how to do it. You must learn how to use your hand. That way you are good. That way you can come out and say I'm a chiropractor. And then that way, if you meet anybody, whether you're meeting a president or a governor or an athlete, or you just know, I know what to do. So you can read it, and so my advice to them for free is, don't read it and say you know what you're doing. You're causing yourself more problem. But learn, go to study, so that you can. The way the doctor study is not the way the chiropractor study. They are two different things. The way the surgeon study is the way the chiropractor study. Just the way the surgeon must hear and see, that for them to know. They can't read and see. They can't read and know. They must hear and see and stitch and watch you recover. That is how a chiropractor is.
Now, this one, simply because you've been going on and on about water, what is so different about this water and the one that you think that we should give our athletes?
Okay, so for athletes, there are so many things. They need exercise. Yeah, they need playtime. They must play. They need training time. They need team bonding time. Then this water, we have three types of water. We have pure water, hydrogen water, and then the alkaline water. If you drink anything outside this water, you're not hydrating yourself, you are dehydrating yourself. So pure water is an energy water. So when you drink pure water, it sends signals to your synapses quick and makes you active and run and everything you want to do, right? It makes you not to forget, it makes you active, right? That's for when they are playing. Hydrogen water is for soreness. So for example, after a long day of work and you run around and everything, you drink, is highly a lot of gas in it, isn't it? So it sends it thins your blood, right? And it makes you feel light while you are sleeping and all that. So it helps you recover fast, right? And then the alkaline water is for regular people. Yeah. So these are 3 kind of water that are only meant for people to drink. So I'm not saying, so when I'm saying this, I'm not saying the couplers. Yeah, I'm just saying water. When you drink just any kind of water and you're not sure if it's either pie water, hydrogen water, or alkaline water, you are doing a lot of damages to yourself. But for footballers, they need just pie water for playing and hydrogen for regular day activities.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that when I used to play volleyball, right? Because I used to play volleyball at some point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I may have been drinking the wrong kind of water the whole time.
Yes. I see Nigeria, even the Super Eagles. I have to say it. I'm sorry. Even the Super Eagles, they give their athletes Nestle. No, you're not making them a professional. We're not talking about. We are talking about what standard. Watch the whites. They would never give anybody. What the Europeans, they will never give anybody something like this, and then they are opening it. And you think they took this and then turn it inside that stuff that they put up like this and then drink? No, it's pie water. It sends it, and sometimes you even see it has color. It sends signals to your synapses. It does not shut down your synapses. Have you ever, while you're running and then you drank water and then it makes you feel like you don't feel the heat anymore? It's because you're drinking alkaline water while you're playing. You're supposed to drink water that will fuel you faster. So you are running. There was a game I think the Falcons played, and I was watching that game, and why it got to 90 minutes, the system the English team used in playing them was the reason why they won that match. What they did, the English team was with one person down. They were 10, and then they still won that match. They pushed the Africans to extra time in an early hour. I'm sure many of us watched that game, right? It was not because the English team was stronger than the African team. It was because they used the technique that allowed them to relax, still in the game, while the Africans were burning out. I'm a chiropractor, and I studied the sportman playing techniques as if it was, because I believe one day Nigeria is going to win the World Cup. And I'm not saying it because I'm here. I'm saying it because it's my belief, and thank God for the Commissioner of Sports who brought me close. I've tried to work with the Super Eagles so many times before, Igalo gave me the opportunity. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: we must understand who we are working with. These are professional footballers. It means that everything they take in that period of their listing is premium. There is no system for their water. They take. I'm not saying Nestle is bad water. Please, guys, don't misunderstand me. But it's not meant for athletes. Why they are playing? Not in the terms of not in the time they are on that competition. It's not. It's not doing good for them. It's making them feel their muscles. They're not supposed to feel their muscles. They're not supposed to run 30 minutes and feel tired. What is Super Eagles play? What is Super Eagles play? You understand? Most of the things that these guys do when they are playing with their club side. See if the same thing they are doing while they are playing in the national team. Even if they spend just 1 week before play, they should do it like as if they were still coming in from Europe. Right? It's because of how we treat them, how we program them, how we make sure they do what they are supposed to do. They won't tell you, because they will not tell you how to administrate what you know, what you call yourself a professional to do. So it's what you give them. But guess what? They don't tell them that while they are playing with the Europeans. They just give them the water, they just give them food, they just give them lifestyle while they are in a competition on a tournament, but you that calls yourself a professional, you should know how a professional caregiver, you should know how it works. So I guess that is one of the things I learned when I was in China, and I must say that because the Chinese give me a lot of knowledge, and I'm willing
to share.
to share.
It has been so wonderful to have you here, Dr. Paul Chima. Thank you so much for all you do for our team.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for sharing all these insights. We really do appreciate you being here. This has been Health and Lifestyle on Sports Connect TV. My name is Leona. We'll see you another time.
Live healthy. Live strong.
Oh.
This was the one I worked on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not.
Jesus Christ. What? I only see these things on TV.
I know, right?
So you see these muscles here?
Oh
If you take
God.
pure water or hydrogen water,
Why does that
they will
hurt?
be soft because see they are tight.
Yeah.
So it
I
makes
thought
you.
that was genetic or
No, it's
something.
not. It's not. So what happens
Ow.
is that it makes you not sleep well.
It does. It does. It really does. Ow, ow, ow.
So
I think it's getting to me. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
okay, lock your hands on there. Yeah. Again, one more. Okay, just relax. So see, this is soft now. Can you see?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See, it's soft now. Okay, do this. Give me
No.
just relax.
No.
Just relax. Drop your leg. Relax. Yeah.
Relax yourself.
Oh.
Sleep will cut.
I
Okay.
know, right?
So do this. Leave this one out. This one.
This one?
Yeah. Swing to this side. Okay, come here.
Oh my God.
Swing to this side. Yeah. Okay. Drop your hand.
Wow.
Yeah. Is there tissue here? Okay, 1 minute.
Tissues for what?
Okay. Just relax. Give me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my.
It's good.
Wow.
So this helps oxygen to your brain. The one I just did on the ear.
Is this like 500 or 1.5?
Oh my goodness.
It has to be expensive as well.
It is. It has to be. Because
What?
that was a lot.
Relief.
Yes.
Yeah.
Years of relief.
Yes, the essence of this is to allow oxygen to your body. Once there's no adequate oxygen flowing in your system, the person is shutting down. So imagine not doing the right thing that you have to play as an athlete. Just imagine it. So you see the white people, they are even more stronger at 90 minutes.
Yes.
And you think they are doing yes. And then you see your players at 90 minutes. They're like it's not, and they will not tell you. I'm saying this because I want us to understand that, see, these people are winning not because they are doing anything extra. It's because they are reserving their energy, and they're not reserving it from playing more than you or knowing more than you. It's just technical. They will never tell you. They will never. And guess what? Tell a Nigerian person how much a hydrogen water is, it will be a problem because it's expensive. That's why it's mainly for athletes. There are people that can afford it, or the government have it for them. Exactly. So that is it.
All right, guys.
Yeah?
I
don't follow here that one. So guys.
Yes, you guys have heard it and seen it
Yeah.
right here
True.
on Sports Connect TV, right? We have the best chiropractor
in Africa.
Yeah. With us.
Soon to the world.
Soon to be the world in general, guys. So keep in touch.
Thank you guys.